Have you ever noticed how the first words you speak in the morning shape everything that follows? Not just your actions, not just your tone, but your entire identity for the day. The truth is, most people wake up and let the world talk to them first. They grab their phone, they scroll, they compare, they react, and by the time they even realize it, they're already behind. But leaders, real leaders, they don't start their day reacting. They start it with intention. They speak their day into existence before the world can speak fear into them. Because here's the truth you need to hear today. Your words are not just sound. They are signals. Signals to your brain about who you are. Signals to your heart about what matters. And signals to your future about what's coming next. That's not a motivational line. That's psychology. You see, the human brain doesn't respond to reality first. It responds to belief. It responds to repetition. It responds to what it hears most often, which means every single morning you are either building your strength or you're reinforcing your fear. And it starts with one thing, what you tell yourself. Here's a fact most people never realize. The way you talk to yourself sets the standard for how the world talks to you. If your inner voice is always whispering, I'm not ready, I'm not good enough, I don't think I can, then your body, your energy, and your presence will follow that tone. You'll walk softer, speak less, lead small. But when you flip the script, when you choose to speak like the person you're becoming, not the one you've been, everything begins to change. Because it's not just what comes out of your mouth that matters. It's what enters your mind the moment you wake up. The first voice you hear is the loudest. And when that voice is yours, powerful, focused, clear, you begin your day like a leader. Not out of ego, but out of alignment. That's why this video isn't just a list. It's a toolkit, a daily armor, 12 powerful things, simple words, spoken each morning, to realign your mind, your emotions, and your communication. Because the way you speak to yourself will determine how you speak to the world. And here's the best part. If you stay with me until the end of this video, I'll show you how one of these 12 lines can rewire a fear-based mindset in less than 10 seconds. No fluff, no hype, just proven mental shift, rooted in psychology, used by leaders and available to you. You deserve to lead your day, not just survive it. You deserve to rise, not stumble forward drained and distracted. You deserve clarity, confidence, purpose. And it all starts with what you say to yourself when the world is still quiet. So don't underestimate it. Don't rush past it. Don't say, I already know this. Knowing is not enough. You must repeat. You must believe. You must practice it daily like a leader, because that's the difference between those who lead and those who follow. Leaders speak what they want, not just what they see. They don't wait for permission. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They create their environment with words that pull them toward their higher self. So if you're ready, truly ready, to start your day differently, to walk with power, to communicate like someone who knows their worth, then lock in with me. Repeat these words with me as we go. Say them out loud. Say them slowly. Say them until they sink. This is not about hype. It's about identity. And by the end of this video, if you stay with it, you won't just speak like a leader. You'll think like one. You'll move like one. And most importantly, you'll believe like one. Because the world doesn't need more noise. It needs voices that carry power. And that starts with you. The moment your eyes open in the morning, you are standing at a crossroads. One path leads to clarity, the other to chaos. Most people don't even realize it, but the way you begin your day is the way you shape your life. Not just in action, but in attention. Not just in motion, but in meaning. Because the first few minutes of your morning are sacred. They are where your mind is still soft, where your thoughts are still forming, and whatever enters in that space begins to build you. If you fill that space with fear, doubt, distractions, scrolling, then that's the energy you carry into every conversation, every challenge, every opportunity. But if you fill it with powerful intention, with truth, direction, strength, then everything shifts. You don't just go through the day, you lead it. Your brain is designed to follow the tone you set. It listens, it obeys. And when you speak with clarity, when you set your mind before the world does, You take back control. This is what separates high performers from those who constantly feel stuck. It's not talent, it's not motivation, it's the rituals they live by. And the morning ritual is the strongest one of all, because what you do in the first few minutes controls the next few hours. So let your mornings speak strength into you. Let your words become a compass, not just positive affirmations, but powerful declarations of identity. You're not repeating words to feel better. You're rewiring your system to be better. This is how leaders are made, not in front of crowds, but in quiet moments, moments where they choose to take the pen and write their day with intention. Your mind listens closely to everything you say about yourself, not just once, but over and over again. It records, it repeats, and it builds an identity from that voice inside your head. This is why self-talk isn't some feel-good advice. It's a psychological weapon. It can either build your confidence or quietly destroy it. Every word you speak about yourself becomes a brick. One brick builds belief, another builds vision, and soon you're either living inside a fortress of strength or a cage of self-doubt. And here's the hard truth. Most people don't even realize their self-talk is hurting them. They joke about their flaws. They speak small to fit in. They downplay their gifts to avoid standing out. But what starts as a habit becomes a personality. And if you constantly feed your mind with weakness, your body will stop showing up with strength. This is how the cycle begins. Negative self-talk creates hesitation. Hesitation leads to inaction. Inaction leads to regret. And regret becomes the story you keep telling yourself. But you can break that story. You can write a new one. It starts by becoming intentional with every word you speak. It starts by understanding that self-talk isn't about lying to yourself. It's about leading yourself. You're not trying to fake confidence. You're forming it by choosing words that lift, words that carry power, words that lead your mind before the world can drag it. This is what leaders understand. Their strongest voice isn't the one others hear. It's the one they whisper to themselves when no one's watching. And that voice must be strong, calm, focused. Because if your inner voice becomes your ally, there's nothing on the outside that can break you. Say this out loud. I am in control of my life, not the past, not the pressure, not other people's opinions, you. This simple line carries more power than most realize. Because the moment you say it, your mind starts looking for proof. It starts scanning your world for where you've already taken control and where you need to take it back. You are not powerless. You are not stuck. You may not control every event, but you do control your response, your energy, your decisions. And that's where leadership begins. People who wait for permission stay stuck. But people who speak power over their own lives, they rise. This affirmation is not about ego. It's about ownership. Psychology shows that people who believe they have control over their outcomes feel more motivated, more focused, and more fulfilled. It's called an internal locus of control, and it's a key trait of successful people. Because when you believe your choices matter, you make better ones. You stop blaming, you stop complaining, you stop waiting, you start moving, you start leading, you start owning your results no matter what. And the moment you do that, you take your power back. You don't let your past define your future. You don't let failure become your identity. You lead your life. Every day remind yourself, I am in control of how I think. I am in control of how I speak. I am in control of how I respond. This is not about controlling everything around you. It's about mastering what's inside you. Because once your inner world is in order, the outer world can't shake you. Say it again. Let it settle. Let it guide you. Today, I am in control of my life. Say this to yourself every morning. Today, I choose progress over perfection. Because perfection is a trap. It tells you to wait, to overthink, to hold back until everything looks flawless. But nothing grows in perfection. Growth lives in movement, in messy starts, in small wins, in consistent effort. The human brain is wired for progress. Psychology proves it. Even tiny steps forward release dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. And that one drop of reward fuels motivation to keep going. This is how momentum is built. Not through giant leaps, but through steady steps. Yet many people stay stuck because they believe they must get it all right the first time. They fear looking foolish. They fear failing. so they do nothing. But leaders, real leaders, they don't chase flawless. They chase forward. They know that progress creates confidence, and confidence opens every door. When you speak this line each morning, you train your mind to focus on effort, not error. You shift from pressure to purpose. You allow yourself to try, to learn, to evolve. Progress says, I may not be there yet, but I'm on my way. Perfection says, if I'm not there, I've already failed. Which voice do you want guiding your life? Start replacing perfection with action. Replace fear with motion. Replace doubt with daily movement. Every morning remind yourself, today I grow, today I move, today I make progress. That's where power lives, not in doing it perfectly, but in doing it anyway. Say it again, today I choose progress over perfection. And then take the first step, even if it's small. Say this slowly, my voice matters and I will use it wisely. Because your words are more powerful than you think. Not just the ones spoken to others, but the ones spoken to yourself. Every time you speak, you shape energy. You shift emotions. You create atmosphere. People who speak with purpose change rooms. People who speak with belief change lives. And people who speak with truth change themselves. Your voice is not just sound, it's influence. It sets tone. It gives direction. It declares identity. Psychologists know this. When you speak with confidence, your brain begins to accept what you say as truth, even if you didn't believe it at first. This is called the self-fulfilling prophecy. Speak it long enough, your actions follow. Your posture follows. Your life follows. So today, speak with intention. Don't just talk, communicate. Don't just react, respond. Words can build or break. They can heal or hurt. They can lead or limit. Use them with care. Use them with clarity. Use them with courage. And never shrink your voice to make others comfortable. Leaders don't silence themselves when it matters. They speak calmly, clearly, boldly. Because when you stop doubting your voice, others stop doubting it too. It starts with you. Say it again with meaning. My voice matters and I will use it wisely. Not to dominate, not to impress, but to lead, to inspire, to speak truth even when it shakes. Let that be a reminder today. You are not invisible. You are not silent. Your voice matters, and today it leads. Say this to yourself with strength. I am not my past. I am my potential. Because your history does not limit your future. Only your mindset does. Too many people carry old failures like chains. They let past mistakes define who they are. They replay regrets over and over until they believe the lie that they'll never rise. But you are not your failures. You are not your scars. You are not the version of you that didn't know better. You are who you choose to become today. Psychology calls this neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself with new habits, new thoughts, and new identity. You are never stuck. You are never finished. You are always becoming. And when you tell yourself this truth, when you declare that your past doesn't own you, something changes inside. The shame starts to fade. The weight starts to lift, and your future starts to open. This mindset separates leaders from victims. Victims stay loyal to their old story. Leaders write a new one. Your potential is not a fantasy, it's a decision, a daily decision to outgrow the old you, one thought at a time. Every time you wake up, you're given a clean page. The pen is in your hand. So stop rereading old chapters and start writing something bold. Say it again. I am not my past. I am my potential. Let go of guilt. Let go of delay. Let go of the version of you that forgot how powerful you are. Today, you walk forward, not because the past doesn't exist, but because it doesn't control you anymore. You do. Say this with intention. I will focus on what I can control. Because too often, people waste energy on things outside their power, worrying about what others think, fretting over outcomes they cannot change, drowning in what-ifs and maybes. But here's a truth rooted deep in human psychology. Your energy is your most valuable resource. And where you put it determines what grows in your life. Or when you focus on what you cannot control, you give away your power. You become a passenger in your own story, tossed by every external storm. But when you focus on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, your attitude, you become the driver. You steer your course. You set your pace. You decide your destination. Leaders don't waste time on excuses or blame. They focus on the steps they can take right now, no matter how small. This focus creates clarity. It builds confidence. It fuels progress. Psychology calls this locus of control, the belief that you influence your own outcomes. And research shows that people with a strong internal locus of control are happier, more resilient, and more successful. So today, make this your mantra. I will focus on what I can control. Let go of distractions. Release the need to control everything. Channel your energy where it matters most, inside. You cannot control the world, but you can control how you show up in it. Speak it again. I will focus on what I can control. Let this truth guide your day, because true power begins with clear focus. Say this quietly but firmly. I am worthy of success and happiness, because the foundation of every achievement starts with a belief deep inside that you deserve it. Many people sabotage themselves without even realizing it. They believe success is for others, not for them. They think happiness is a reward they must earn someday in the future. But here's the truth, backed by psychology. Self-worth is not something you acquire. It's something you recognize. It's the quiet voice inside that says, I matter, I deserve good things. Without this belief, motivation falters, confidence fades, dreams remain just dreams. When you tell yourself you are worthy, you open the door to courage. You invite joy. You create space for growth. Success isn't just about talent or luck. It's about knowing you deserve to try, to fail, to rise again. Every morning, remind yourself you are not here by accident. You are not unworthy because of past mistakes. You are enough. This simple declaration rewires your brain to accept possibility. It breaks chains of self-doubt. It fuels the energy needed to push forward even when it's hard. Speak it like you mean it. I am worthy of success and happiness. Because the world responds to the energy you carry, and when you carry worthiness, nothing can stop you. Let this belief settle inside today. You deserve the good things you dream of. You are worthy. You are enough. Say this with conviction. I will embrace failure as a lesson, not a defeat. Because failure is not the end. It's the beginning of growth. Most people fear failure like it's a curse. They see it as proof they're not good enough. They avoid it at all costs. But this fear holds them prisoner. The truth is, failure is a teacher. It's a signpost showing you what didn't work, so you can try a different way. Psychology reveals that people who view failure as an opportunity to learn develop resilience. They grow stronger, smarter, and more capable. Every successful person has failed, not once, not twice, but many times. The difference is how they respond. When failure hits, you can let it define you or refine you. By saying this morning affirmation, you prepare your mind to accept setbacks with grace. You stop fearing mistakes and start seeing them as valuable feedback. Leaders don't give up when they fail. They analyze, adapt, and advance. Remind yourself failure is not a verdict. It's a step on the path. Say it again. I will embrace failure as a lesson, not a defeat. Let this mindset free you from the fear that holds others back. Today, take risks, try new things, fail forward, because every lesson learned is a victory earned. Say this with calm confidence. I am grateful for every opportunity. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good emotion. It's a powerful mindset that reshapes your brain. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, you unlock a new level of motivation and resilience. Psychologists call this the gratitude effect. It rewires your brain to see abundance, not scarcity. It helps you notice doors opening even when they seem hidden. Opportunities don't always come wrapped in a shiny bow. Sometimes they come disguised as challenges, setbacks, or even failures. But gratitude helps you recognize them anyway. By starting your day with this affirmation, you train your mind to seek growth in every situation. You become alert to chances that others overlook. You stay positive when things don't go as planned. Leaders know this secret. Gratitude fuels perseverance. It turns obstacles into stepping stones. It creates energy to keep moving forward. Remind yourself today, every moment holds a chance to learn, grow, or change. Every person you meet can teach you something valuable. Every difficulty hides a gift. Say it with belief, I am grateful for every opportunity. Let gratitude be the lens through which you view your day, because a thankful heart is a strong heart. When you appreciate what's around you, you invite more good into your life. You open the door to success and happiness. Say this firmly, I will speak with confidence and clarity. Your words are your power. How you say something often matters more than what you say. Confidence isn't about being loud or aggressive. It's about knowing your worth and expressing yourself honestly and clearly. Psychology teaches that when you speak confidently, others listen, and you listen to yourself differently too. Your brain starts to believe the truth in your voice. That belief grows into action. When your words are clear, you cut through confusion. You lead conversations instead of following them. You inspire trust instead of doubt. Many people hesitate to speak up because they fear judgment or failure. But silence often breeds missed chances. Speaking with confidence means owning your ideas, your feelings, and your truth. It means taking up space without apology. It means communicating not just with words, but with intention. Repeat it, I will speak with confidence and clarity. Let this declaration guide your interactions today. No matter where you are, a meeting, a conversation, or even your inner dialogue, speak boldly, because your voice is a tool for influence, connection, and leadership. The world needs to hear what you have to say, but first, you need to believe it. Say this with power, I am ready to take action, not wait for permission. Too many people hold back. They wait for the perfect moment, the right approval, or someone else to give the green light. But the truth is, the perfect moment rarely comes. And waiting for permission means giving your power away. Leaders don't wait, they act. They move forward even when the path isn't clear. Psychology shows that taking action creates momentum. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence leads to success. Every step you take, no matter how small, breaks the cycle of doubt and fear. Waiting makes you a passenger in your own life. Action makes you the driver. This declaration reminds you you don't need anyone's approval to start. You don't need perfect conditions to move. What you need is courage and the willingness to begin. Say it again, I am ready to take action, not wait for permission. Let this be your call to move today, to take charge of your life and lead with purpose, because the world rewards those who dare to start. Say this with certainty. I will surround myself with positive and supportive people. Your environment shapes your mindset more than you realize. The people you spend time with influence your thoughts, habits, and energy. Psychology calls this the social contagion effect. Emotions and behaviors spread through groups like wildfire. If you surround yourself with negativity, doubt, and criticism, it's hard to stay motivated. But when you choose to be around positivity, encouragement, and growth, your own mindset lifts. Leaders carefully choose their circle. They seek out those who challenge them to be better, not those who pull them down. They build support systems that inspire courage and resilience. You don't have to face your journey alone. In fact, trying to do it all by yourself only makes the path harder. Say it again, I will surround myself with positive and supportive people. Commit to connecting with those who believe in your potential, those who celebrate your progress, those who push you to keep moving forward. Your tribe determines your vibe, so choose wisely. Today, invest your energy in relationships that build you up, because success is rarely a solo journey. Say this with absolute conviction. Today, I will be the leader of my life, because leadership isn't just for the few with titles or power. Leadership begins inside. It starts with the choice to take responsibility for your thoughts, your actions, and your future. Psychology teaches us that when we own our decisions, we feel empowered. When we lead ourselves well, others naturally follow. Leadership is about setting the standard for how you treat yourself and how you face each challenge. Many wait for someone else to lead them, a boss, a mentor, or circumstances. But the strongest leaders know the journey starts with self-leadership. To lead yourself is to be accountable, to be brave in the face of fear, to keep moving when it's easier to quit. Say it again, today I will be the leader of my life. Let this declaration remind you that no matter what happens, you have the power to choose your response. You have the power to steer your life toward your dreams. Take ownership. Be bold. Step forward with purpose. You are the captain of your ship, the author of your story, the leader of your life. Today is your moment to lead, and it all starts now.